Just when we thought that they were buddies again, Elon Musk is dropping a bombshell on Donald Trump and exposing something he has been hiding not just through this administration, but back to the 2016 election. It is exposing everything that Trump doesn't want you to know, and it is all coming amid Trump's Epstein scandal. We are going to get into this cover-up, but before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into the bombshell that Elon is exposing that is blowing up a Trump cover-up, I want to start with another Trump cover-up happening right now that Marco Rubio and this entire administration have gotten caught in as it relates to Donald Trump's complete capitulation to Russia. And we saw it all broken down this morning.
To make sure I get to you on Ukraine because there's so much happening, and I know you're such a big supporter of Ukraine. There are 3 prominent U.S. senators who have gone on the record now, including Republican Mike Rounds, who said yesterday Secretary of State Rubio told them he was unaware of a threat to cut off U.S. support to Ukraine if they don't accept this proposed plan that's on the table. Here is how Senator Rounds described it.
What he told us was that this was not the American proposal. This was a proposal which was received by someone who has identified and they believe to be representing Russia in this proposal. It was given to Mr. Witkoff.
So since those remarks were made and backed up by multiple senators, I've received phone calls from senior White House officials, from senior U.S. officials saying, no, that's not at all what Secretary Rubio said. What version of events do we believe here in terms of what America is putting forward?
Margaret, they've got to clear this up. You have Rubio's talking to my Senate colleagues saying one thing, the spokesperson for the State Department saying another. Your conversations with the White House contradict what the Secretary of State and, by the way, the National Security Advisor, same guy, has said about this. They've got to figure this out and get the message out and explain to the American people what's going on. I will say this, that plan, that's Putin's plan. That is a very good deal for Russia. It is a horrible deal for Ukraine, for our allies, and even for our own national security. If Putin gets the chance with that deal to, rearm, rebuild his economy, and gained territory, by the way, that's what he wanted. Well, then the Baltics, Poland, Romania, all those other countries down the line are at threat.
Well, this might be one of the worst foreign policy scandals we have ever seen. We have known for a long time that Donald Trump is Putin's puppet, that he is willing to do and say whatever he wants, but literally reading the stage directions, being told exactly how to move, act, what to do, what to say is absolute insanity. Like, we knew it was at this point, but to actually be so deliberate about it is insane. There is one senator who said that it looks like this could have been written in Russian. Donald Trump's plan, of course, for how he's going to end this war. It's really just Ukraine surrendering. But it's not just Marco Rubio. Carolyn Leavitt went out and defended this plan. She said it was wonderful and it was fantastic, and dear leader Trump is so smart and doing an incredible job. Everybody is implicated in this. Donald Trump is giving away. He is giving away our foreign policy to Vladimir Putin and saying, do whatever you want with it. I don't care as long as it makes you happy. And Trump knows he got caught. It's why he's posting this. We had to start with this before we get into Elon. Trump wrote on Truth Social, the war between Russia and Ukraine is a violent and terrible one that, with strong and proper U.S. and Ukrainian leadership, would have never happened. It began long before I took office for a second term during the sleepy Joe Biden administration and has only gotten worse. If the 2020 presidential election was not rigged, the only thing that the radical left Democrats are good at doing, there would be no Ukraine-Russia war, as there wasn't, not even a mention, during my first term in office. Putin would never have attacked. It was only when he saw Sleepy Joe in action and said, now is my chance. The rest is history, and so it continues. Trump writes that he inherited this war and is now continuing to lose it in this post over Joe Biden. Donald Trump has never fully explained how the war wouldn't have happened if he were president, but also the war is continuing and he's president. It doesn't make a lot of sense. All we know is that Donald Trump knows that he has been caught. He has been caught red-handed. It is very clear that he works with Putin. It is very clear that outside interest, and by outside I don't even mean the billionaire class running Donald Trump's administration, outside foreign interests have control over this White House. But it's not just that they have control, it's that they're propping it up, which is what Elon Musk has exposed in not just a bombshell about the current administration, but how Trump won the 2024 election. Top MAGA influencers accidentally unmasked as foreign trolls. Elon Musk's social media site X has rolled out a new feature in an effort to increase transparency and unwittingly revealed that many of the site's top MAGA influencers are actually foreign actors. The new About This Account feature, which became available to X users on Friday, allows others to see where an account is based, when they join the platform, how often they have changed their username, and how they downloaded the X app. Upon rollout, rival factions began to inspect just where their online adversaries were really based on that combative social platform, with dozens of major MAGA and right-wing influencer accounts revealed to be based overseas. This is easily one of the greatest days on this platform, wrote Democratic influencer Harry Sisson, seeing all of these MAGA accounts get exposed as foreign actors trying to destroy the United States is a complete vindication of Democrats like myself and many on here who have been warning about this. Dozens of major accounts masquerading as America First or MAGA proponents have been identified as originating in places such as Russia, India, and Nigeria. And one example, the account MAGA Nation X, with nearly 400,000 followers and a bio reading Patriot Voice for We the People, is actually based in Eastern Europe. An Ivanka Trump fan account, Ivanka News, has 1 million followers and frequently posts about the dangers of Islam, the threat of illegal immigration, and support for Trump. The account is based in Nigeria. This is a total Armageddon for the online right, wrote law student and left-wing influencer Micah Efron. It's looking like half of their large accounts were foreign, posing as Americans all along. While About This Account went live on Friday, X's head of product development noted that the change had a few rough edges which they are planning to smooth. Information about account location, for example, could be altered with the use of a VPN. Users on X reported that the tool being taken down just hours after it went live, with some speculating that the uncovering of the origins of far-right accounts may have something to do with its removal. However, it appears to have been reinstated at the time of writing the story. The use of imposter accounts on social media to manufacture support for an individual or an ideology has long been observed online in America and across the world. Just think about the foreign influence operations that are happening right now on this app, journalist and Midas Touch co-founder Brett Meiselas said in a video posted to social media about the changes. Think about the lawmakers who feel pressured by accounts like this. Think about the disinformation that spreads as a result of all of these accounts out there. The use of fake accounts to bolster the MAGA movement is something that the Center for Information Resilience, an independent nonprofit research organization, flagged during the 2024 election. With many of the MAGA influencer accounts revealed to originate in Eastern Europe or Russia, users are questioning the ongoing interference in American politics by foreign adversaries. Why are so many MAGA influencers from outside the U.S.? It's almost as if they were working for foreign governments, wrote influencer Ed Krasenstein. So not only is Russia delivering Donald Trump his talking points, delivering the exact peace plan if you can call it that, it's a surrender of Ukraine, that he wants to push for, they are also influencing our elections, our current policy, and what we talk about on Elon Musk's social media platform. I think it was a real turning point in American politics when Elon bought Twitter and turned it into this right-wing slop fest, because so much of the narrative about our politics is created, is driven, is pushed online. I think the biggest blow to Donald Trump trying to cover up the Epstein files was Elon Musk saying that he was in the Epstein files and then let conversation on that app run free. If Elon wanted to help Trump suppress it, he surely could have. But in my opinion, the push for the release of the Epstein files did not come from the mainstream media. It came from independent outlets and internet outrage. And Elon allowed that for the time being. Who knows if he's trying to suppress it now, but what is clear is that Elon has unmasked the truth of the right, and that it is so much foreign influence that Donald Trump doesn't want you knowing about, because it helps him scare Republicans in Congress, and it helps him clearly win the 2024 election. Donald Trump doesn't want you to know that, but it is all becoming apparent. We need less foreign, I don't want to say like influence. There should be no foreign influence in our involvement, but the idea that we have allowed so many other countries to dictate what we do, Israel chief among them, is fucking crazy. And that is why so many people got behind Zohran Mamdani's mayoral campaign. I think it was a real demarcation in that campaign for him to say, no, I'm not going to go visit Israel. I'm not going to go visit anywhere. I'm going to be the mayor of New York City. And that is why Zohran, in many ways, aside from the fact that he ran a historic campaign and actually talked about, campaigned on, and cares about affordability, won. And it is why he continues to deliver such an incredible message, as we saw on Meet the Press today.
NYPD would be the ones to do so.
In that press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is in fact a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer, then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay, you can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do?
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important in our politics, is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table. Because I'm not coming into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation. How do we deliver for the people of New York?
Zohran delivers an aspirational agenda in the way that all Democrats should be modeling themselves after. Now, I think that Zohran's agenda is incredible, and for every plank, I am for them all. But if you are a, more centrist Democrat, whatever, you should still be coming to this, your campaign, to this fight, thinking about what our politics can be and not what our politics can't be. You should not be trying to shrink the coalition and saying, oh, Medicare for all, a rent freeze, free buses, these ideas, they're so out there. No, find a way to make them happen. That is what the Democratic Party needs to do. We need to be aspirational. We're going to be talking about that every single day on this show. If you want to support that, as always, in our coverage of Zohran, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you. And until next time, I'll see you soon.